Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now this week a lot has happened in Overwatch, including the reveal of a new hero as well as changes to Sombra, and of course we've had time to play the new reworked Symmetra in quick play on the live servers. Now sorry if this video is a little late, but I've been really busy streaming and playing with the new Symmetra, but without further ado, let's get right into this video. Okay, so first up, and as you guys are all aware, Hammond or Wrecking Ball is our next hero, and he is playable right now on the PTR, and it is so cute! Don't you just want to pinch his little cheekies? So Wrecking Ball is basically a disruption off tank, and he has a mix of damage as well as tankiness. I think the core part of his kit is really his grappling hook and knowing how to use it to give yourself the maximum boost that you can, because a lot of your disruption will come from when you're in fireball mode, or as you guys aren't aware, when he swings around as a ball, he kind of gives himself momentum, and his ball will turn into like a fireball basically, and if you can let go at the right time, you can use it to basically bowl into the enemies. Now personally, I think that his hero design is fantastic. I love that he's a hamster, even though I've been hearing from people that, you know, Hammond doesn't really fit into the world of Overwatch, blah blah blah. But I mean, if you look at the other heroes, we have Winston, who is basically a talking ape, as well as, you know, Bastion and Zenyatta, which aren't really like human characters. So I don't really see what the problem is. I think it's fine that he's such a cute, lovable character. I think he fits pretty nicely into the Overwatch world, and I can definitely see a lot of people maining him. Now having said that, I don't think that his playstyle suits me at all. I did try him out a few times in the PTR, but I just couldn't get a hang of his mechanics. He's definitely a high skill cap hero, and you definitely need to practice a lot with him to really make the most out of his kit. The only part of his kit that I'm not really sure about is probably his ball swing mechanic. I think it's a tiny bit random, and I'm not really sure how it's going to work in comp and whether it's going to be reliable or not. But we'll see when he's finally released. Overall, I'm pretty happy with him as a character. I love that he's a hamster. He's so freaking badass. But I would have also maybe liked, you know, a hero like Mama Hong or Junker Queen as the next hero, but overall I'm not mad. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is the so-called Sombra buffs, which is available in the PTR at the moment. Basically, Sombra no longer has a time limit on either her stealth or translocator, so she can really take her time to set up the perfect offense. As part of this change, however, her enemy detection radius has also been increased from 2 meters to 4 meters, and her translocator is now destructible. Now obviously I don't play Sombra at all, so I can't really comment too much on this, but Fitzy, who is a top 500 Sombra main, has actually said that these changes are actually a nerf to a kit. And you know, from what I've experienced in comp, I don't really think that having infinite duration for her stealth will really help Sombra out too much. And I completely agree, you know, I don't think this was her problem beforehand. I think good Sombra players were able to go in and out with stealth and translocator and pull off plays as needed, but now the fact that her translocator can be destroyed by enemies and she can be revealed a lot more quickly than before is definitely a nerf in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think, because there seems to be some kind of heated debate over whether this is actually good or bad for Sombra in the long run, but I guess we'll see when the changes actually go live. Now last but not least, let's talk about Symmetra, because I've had the chance to really play her a lot over the past 2 days in quick play, and really gotten a feel of what her strengths and weaknesses are. And you know, I've got to say guys, I feel like opinions towards new Symmetra have really been very divided. People either love it or completely hate it and really want old Symmetra back. Now for me, I actually really like the rework because it makes Symmetra really fast paced to play for me. Basically my playstyle with her is really going in and out of her teleporter, flanking, and trying to do damage from all angles, which is very risky, but that's the way I enjoy the new Symmetra. When I pull off a successful flank or a juke, it just feels so good and it makes the rework worthwhile for me. I know that because of how strong her right click is, a lot of Symmetra mains right now are basically playing her a lot more passively and staying back from a distance and just spamming orbs, which does work very well, but personally that's not how I like to play her. I like to play her like a flanker, and that's probably how I'm going to keep playing her if this rework stays the way that it is. Now, the reason why a lot of people are saying that they don't like the rework is probably because of her primary fire or her left click. And this is completely understandable. I feel the same way because her primary fire right now is in a very strange state. It's not that it's completely useless, but you really need to charge it up and be in the right position for it to really do a lot of damage. In all the games I've played so far, I very rarely had to use my left click. Most of my damage has come from either my turrets or my orbs, and my left click just feels like an afterthought because I really do believe that the rest of her kit is great at the moment, even though I do miss, you know, Photon Barrier and Shield Gen. But let's forget about old Sim because she's not coming back anytime soon. Let's just focus on what her rework is. I think the core bit of her kit is great. It works well. It's just that her primary fire really needs some sort of tweaking, and I think Blizzard is looking into it. But yeah guys, I think I'm really getting the hang of her new mechanics. I can now go in and out of teleporter and do 180s pretty quickly and smoothly, which is great, and I hope to show you that in a video shortly. And yeah, I guess we'll see how I perform in comp. Anyway, that's it for today guys. If you have any thoughts or comments about either Hammond, the Sombra changes, or even the new Symmetra rework, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Otherwise, please have a great day and I'll see you in the next video.